Welcome to Sports with Marlon in association with Next TV. The Ashes, well, the hype that all commenced prior to the first test match that commenced on the 8th of December is all over. Why? Because within 20 days, Australia coveted the Ashes urn. Australia went on to beat England in the famous Melbourne Test in under 3 days, and with it secured a 3-0 unassailable lead in the 5-match series, winning the first test in Brisbane, the second test in Adelaide, and now in Melbourne. Let's listen to how the third test panned out. The much anticipated Ashes battle is over, and Australia have won the urn, claiming a 3-0 unassailable lead in the 5-match series. Well, this is how the third test panned out. Day 1, Australia dish out English beating once again. Australia, after winning the toss, decided to let England bat first. England could have never believed that they would receive so many late Christmas presents on Boxing Day because Australia did not hold back on the wrapping paper. Australia bowled the English out for 185 by the end of session 3, with skipper Pat Cummins and Nathan Lyon picking up 3 wickets each. Mitchell Starc was also responsible for stopping Joe Root on 50 and Johnny Bairstow on 35, the highest scorers on the day. England were cruising at the start of day 1 though, losing just 3 wickets in the first 2 sessions, but was soon bundled out in a matter of 14 overs thanks to a little bit of brilliance from the Aussie bowlers. Australia came into bat and lost just 1 wicket before stumps. Australia brought down England's lead of 185 to 124, going into day 2 with 61 on the board and 9 wickets in hand. Day 2, a roller coaster of a day that ends in Australia's favour. Marcus Harris and night watchman Nathan Lyon took to the crease on day 2 with 61 runs on the board for the loss of 1 wicket. Nathan Lyon did not last long as Robinson dismissed him for 10. Marcus Harris went on to score 76, but it was James Anderson who picked up 4 wickets for just 33 runs. The rest of Australia were torn apart by England's pacemen and ended their innings at 267. Robinson and Wood ended the first innings with 2 wickets, while Stokes and Leach claimed 1 apiece. Australia now led by just 82 runs, and England was still in it until they lost 4 wickets, including night watchman Jack Leach, before the close of play. Mitch Starc and Scott Boland absolutely dismantled the English top order in next to no time. Starc picked up Zach Crawley for 5 and then Marlon for a duck the very next ball, whilst Boland picked up Hamid and night watchman Leach in similar fashion. England walked off the field on day 2, 31 for 4 and trailing by 51 runs. Day 3, Aussies bagged the Ashes with relative ease, win first 3 test matches in 5 test series. Australia went on to claim the Ashes series 2021, winning the first 3 tests against England and now lead the series 3-0. Pat Cummins' men wrapped up England's second innings in almost perfect fashion. They bowled Joe Root and his boys out for just 68, winning by an innings and 14 runs. Australia allowed the remaining 7 English batsmen just 17 runs on the day. A bit of Boland brilliance is all it took. Scott Boland, a debutant from Victoria, picked up 4 wickets at the MCG to secure a 6-wicket haul on debut and the Ashes for Australia. Boland picked up 2 wickets before the close of play on day 2 and rammed home 4 more wickets before the lunch break alongside Mitchell Starc and Cameron Green. England's score in the second innings is their lowest Ashes total ever recorded since 1936 and England's lowest in Australia since 1904. Mitch Starc got past Stokes early into the morning, cleaning his bails in the process before Boland caught Bairstow on the pads with his 5th delivery and continued to pick up Joe Root in the slips. Boland then sent Wood and Robinson back to the pavilion for ducks. The day ended with Cameron Green sealing the victory for Aussies when he picked up the last man James Anderson for just 2 runs. Scott Boland, the debutant, was greeted with a standing ovation by everyone at the MCG before being awarded the man of the match and presented with the Johnny Mulak medal for his remarkable second innings spell of 4 overs, 1 maiden, 7 runs and 6 wickets. Chief scores: England first innings 185 all out, Joe Root 50, Johnny Bairstow 35, Josh Buttler 25, Pat Cummins 3 for 36 and Nathan Lyon also 3 for 36. Australia first innings 267 all out, Marcus Harris 76, David Warner 38, James Anderson 4 for 33. England second innings 68 all out, Joe Root 28, Scott Boland 6 for 7 and Mitchell Starc 3 for 29. The fourth test takes place in Sydney on the 3rd of January and it would be a challenge now for England to avoid a series ending 5-0 whitewash. This is Marlon Dale Ferreira signing off for the morning Sports on the Go.